Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the PIEA quarterfinals of Lower Moreland versus CB South. I'm here with Lyle, and we are about to cast the first matchup between these two dominant teams.
I'm super excited to see this. We casted CB South, I believe, a week and a half ago, roughly, and it was an incredible matchup. I believe it was Carlisle, correct? Yeah, it was Carlisle. 13-2, 13-6. CB South looked very, very strong against its one team that was only one seed behind them. So I think they could give Lower Moreland a run for their money here. And remember, this is a spot. This match gives whoever wins a spot in the LAN event, the semifinals at Juniata. So this is a huge game for both teams.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, look at these. We are here with our first matchup together, where we see a Yoru coming out. How cool is that? I am stoked.
I love to see Yoru on bind. Very strong character put in play by Sentinels during LCQ, and some other teams picked it up, 100 Thieves as well. Definitely a very viable pick. Both of these team comps look very strong. I'd like to see a Sky on the side of Lower Moreland, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. I mean, they're better than me, so I won't judge them.
Nah, dude, it's, you know, Sky, KO, you know, they both have the flash, they both have the info, you know, it both works pretty well, and I'm sure they're gonna find a way to use that to their advantage. However, there isn't like that Cypher Killjoy you'd like to see a KO going up against, since, you know, you can't shut that down as easily as you can a Cypher, or not Cypher, sorry, a Chamber.
Yeah, I want to see how they use this KO, because I've not seen much KO on bind before, so I'm interested. I want to see if they have any really cool lineups or anything that they're going to try and play off of.
And here we go into round number 1. Already the KO knife has been thrown, and I don't think that detected anything, which is probably going to show them an A hit's about to come out, and then, yeah, there's knowledge you're going to need to see.
Yeah, here comes the A hit. They're taking U-Haul control. Looks like a very clean hit so far. Bomb should be coming down. Here it is. It seems like we're going to get a flood retake. It's going to be a very big fight very soon with full site control on the side of Lower Moreland. And yeah, there's the first death going towards the Lower Moreland side.
If there is the first one, seems like a post point is going to be coming out here. The Yoru decoy almost gets caught off. Byron is going to be able to find the first one. Artie as well getting the second one. However, it's going to get countered out by two players, finding two. Ord finding the second one. After that, and finds the third. Ord is going insane, finding 3 kills with the Sheriff, finishing out this first round in the side of Lower Moreland.
Yeah, it was a really clean retake overall. The flood retake, definitely the right thing to do on piss round when you really just have your abilities to play off of. And I think Lower Moreland really knew what they were doing, giving up the plant and just going right back at CB South.
I mean, yeah, like, going into this next round, we're going to see CB South on a bit of a back foot here, only having pistols to work with, but
we're seeing a Stinger being bought by the Raids. And now I believe this is a very normal buy currently in the meta. I've seen teams in recent matches buying at least one gun on the second round. So, oh, it's switched to a Bucky though. Now it looks like that'll be definitely used in U-Haul.
I mean, yeah, you know, that Bucky definitely is going to be important, and there is 2 satchels to go with it. However, wanted to stay, about to take the first engagement, unable to get the kill. Complicated, already finding one, not looking too good here for CB South. Finding that first pick, going to be important, however, not as important of having these gun advantages.
And now CB South does have U-Haul control as well as the ability to plant here. So they should at least get the spike plant, kind of the minimum of what they hope for in this round. But this Raze needs to find value. And he will, with picking off 1.
Finding the second, really important. Already making this round look very good for CB South, finding 2 kills. And still 2 players remaining. Looks like Artie might even be able to find the Bucky. Yeah, there it is.
He got the Bucky and almost the kill into the Brimstone. It was really close. Swaps it out for the Bulldog, and we might see a TP hit here. Chamber almost able to pick one. Instead, he gets taken out by the KO, and so does Artie. It'll be the second round going to Lower Moreland. No spike plant coming down. A bit unfortunate for CB South, but they did a little bit of damage.
Oh yeah, definitely enough damage, especially breaking the shields with the Headhunter, as we saw. Looking pretty good, and the economy isn't going to look amazing from Lower Moreland throughout this next couple rounds with very little credits to their name.
Yeah, so Lower Moreland, they're expected to lose this round, right? Because it is CB South's bye. So Lower Moreland probably just going to try and do a lot of damage here. And, I mean, they're looking, obviously, to win the round, but bare minimum, they want 3 at least. And they are set up for it, with having their strong site being B, with Killjoy here and the KO to instantly stop any push, really. But here comes the hit.
But as we see, there's a chamber playing the work on A site, which if that Brimstone doesn't catch in time, might just tell the team no one's here, but it won't matter because Artie's gonna be able to find that first one onto the Raze. Like, that's so important, finding that first blood on your buy round. Like, looking amazing.
And yeah, Brimstone has called that it was a fake towards the B side. He should be getting killed here. Instead, he finds the Raze on Truck, giving Lower Moreland away back into this round. Yoru gonna find one in the smoke, stopping the spike plant. This is a really good look for Lower Moreland, but Brian firing right back. Does he know about the KO and showers?
I don't think anyone can know. And with 4 HP, one shot is going to finish him off. Fall Guy's ultimate just has to find one kill, and I think that CB South will be on a bigger back foot than they already are. Finding that next kill, bringing CB South on the back foot once more. 2 players remaining against that 3 as we see. I mean, even look at this. There's 1 player playing for lineups by the looks of it, with 2 people in hookah. I thought one of them was going to go for a flank. I mean,
it's going to be really tough. Really, really tough for Brimstone. The Brimstone needs to find value here. Viper really just has to stay alive. It really depends on if... Oh, he hears the other Brimstone. NCT gets the kill. Now they know where he is. He needs to find one more here. It's up to this fight in the backside here, and he will find it. Artie managing to find 4 on the round. How is that even possible?
I don't understand how that last person got there. I mean, Big Banjo Boy really just got called off guard there, playing in CT and getting peeked out. But Fall Guy's ultimate, it looked like he should have won that fight. And then it doesn't make sense. Oh, I think I understand it. The Yoru TP'd into the back corner, and that's why he was there and unable to trade out. Okay, I understand this now.
Just a little bit of miscommunication on the play from Lower Moreland, and that's going to cost them the round, giving CB South a round win that they really shouldn't have had that late.
Yeah, it definitely looks really good for Lower Moreland, despite losing that. Being able to take down so many players definitely looks really good.
Yeah, and it looks like they're leaning towards an A hit here, but Raze has lurked all the way outside of showers and will be able to find a pick here if he's careful. He does. He finds the Viper, needs to get out with his life, and he does exactly that, falling back into showers, just giving Lower Moreland a very clean 1-man advantage in the round.
Yeah, and already it doesn't look very good for CB South. It looks like they want to use some utility, but it won't matter because Complicated is going to be able to get taken down. And there is the first orbital strike. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like these brimstone smokes we see from the offensive side of CB South. I don't think they work too well because you can just spray right through them and find the planter. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but it just doesn't seem to work most of the time.
But more importantly, the B rotate is going to work here, but the Yoru is going to manage to find the kill on the sky. Now Chamber trying to push him, but Yoru going to go into the dimensional drift, knows exactly what's happening. He's relaying that information, and they should be exactly aware of where this Chamber is, and it looks like Lower Moreland's going to be taking this round. Very good hold from the Yoru, being patient with his timing.
1 versus 2, buying at 4 HP, nothing remaining. Will he be able to find at least one? It doesn't seem like it. That flash is going to come out. He's going to have to rotate back into CT. Will he be able to find the Brimstone, who's actually playing this ridiculously well?
I know. Bine's not able to do anything. He's just going to save his gun. I think, like you said, those smokes on the A site are really detrimental to these rounds. They need to be trying to give themselves more space on site, because what we saw in the first rounds that they went for the A site is they were able to sort of get in position to plant the spike, maybe take U-Haul control, but that's it. They weren't able to do anything else. You need to be able to at least give pressure towards the rest of the site at the bare minimum, and they're not even able to start approaching triple because they're fully smoking it off. And so I think they need to start rethinking how they're using these brimstone smokes to give themselves more room to work with.
I mean, going into this next round, well, just looking at this, it doesn't totally makes sense what's happening. We don't really see a Killjoy setup anywhere, which I do think is going to be a problem, especially now Hanny getting the first kill onto the Yoru. Almost getting taken down, however, with that snake bite in play.
And once again, we see the same Brimstone smokes. They're opting in for very little control. Big Banjo Boy going to molly the plant site, but the spike plant will still come out. And now here comes the retake from Lower Moreland.
And just look at that. It doesn't look good. 4 players all in this one tiny area. One race showstopper, and there it is. How many will this find? Only 1. That is surprising. Finding Handy, but it won't matter. Artie's going to be able to drop that back with Complicated getting taken down. Both Rays haven't fallen. One more ultimate remaining on the field. We see the Seekers will come out. Big Badger Boy going to be able to find out. Wanted to say one more health for Artie. How will this go down?
Sky is gonna find the kill there. Bine also finding one. Big Banjo Boy just unable to win the round. Not enough time on the clock. And that's gonna be a round going to CB South. Overall, played pretty well on the hold with barely any control on the site. Just managing to find their kills, trading each other out, and Lower Moreland not able to find the round and investing the showstopper. So it's looking good for CB South after that round.
I am so confused on how only 1 player was found with that showstopper. There were 4 people all tucked in that one little location, and he ulted there, and it just didn't find 3 of them?
Well, I believe the showstopper shot towards the close wall instead of into U-Haul because he was worried about somebody holding the close angle, and there was, and he found that kill instead of finding, the 3 other people who were deep inside of U-Haul.
That makes sense.
But it looks like we're lining up for another A hit here, and there's a fast push coming out of Hookah. I believe it's 2 players now. There's no way they're aware of this. They have nothing holding the flank. Actually, looks like they know, but Ball Guy's ultimate is going to find one. The Rays unable to find anything. Already going to take them both out, and now they know the B site is open, but Lower Moreland also reading this rotate, and they're bringing the Killjoy over right with them. The Brimstone also available with that orbital strike. Looks like he's gonna pop it. There it is. Now here comes the hit, but not gonna be able to get the kill. And Killjoy gonna find the Rays on the entry. Looks like they still want to commit to this B hit, but I don't know if that's the right choice. They are pinched right now.
Orid already on 67 HP. Will rotate come out once more? I mean, we could see it. It could be necessary, but...
Oh, but now here comes the Shower Slayer with a Stinger. Artie needs to find this kill. Instead, the Killjoy, while Artie distracted, will find Artie and Lana Del Slay, giving himself 4 on the round. Lower Moreland doing really well at reading the rotates and also just the map control from CB South right now. They know exactly where and where they are not on the map, and they are able to position themselves in places to take very favorable gunfights, and that's what is winning them these rounds right now.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with you completely. It just looks like Lower Moreland is able to understand the map better than CB South is. Obviously, we see Artie winning the majority of his gunfights, but when you are in a situation where you're down 2 rounds, winning gunfights isn't going to be enough. You need to be finishing these rounds. You need to be finishing these post-plant situations. And it looks like we're going to be getting a fight in Showers, and there it is. Buying, finding that first pick for CB South, something very necessary if they want to maintain their position in this game.
Yeah, and here comes the B hit. It's going to be fast by the looks of things, as Artie is now coming in, and here comes the Raze through Hookah. Should be able to find the KO mid-sight. He will catch him, and the Brimstone as he peeks out of the CT smoke, and the Killjoy also going to get found in the meantime, but Yoru firing right back on the chamber on the A site. Now he is alone in a 1v3 on 30 HP. It's not looking good. The Seekers also available if need be, but I highly doubt we'll see them this round.
I mean... how many, like, let's just think about this. What are the chances that he could find a second kill?
It's really low. I mean, they're playing to trade off of each other. You see this setup in Octagon and right outside the teleporter. They know exactly what's going to happen when this Yoru finds one of them, and they're just ready to shoot right back.
I mean, there's the first on Rascal. I mean, obviously, you're going to expect that to be the kill you find. He was at very, very low HP. However, it doesn't even seem like Yoru wants to find another. However, he's not going to be able to get out in time. Handy's going to be able to finish out this round, bringing CB South only 1 round away from a tied matchup.
But you notice that the teabags coming out from Hanny actually costing him his gun. Toxicity, and he pays for it. Unfortunate for Hanny, but... and he's actually switching over to a judge anyway, so I guess it's what he was going for, but you don't really want to see yourself wasting a gun like that.
No, it looks like he's too ashamed of himself. He's not going to be going for that judge. He wants a phantom. He wants to bring this back, making it an even half.
Yeah, and actually looking at the buy right now, that's actually really bad for them. There's people who don't have rifles, and that extra rifle that they could have had is now not here. That could completely change the round.
Yep, who would have thought teabagging could be worse than just, you know, making someone's day a little bit worse. It could also end up just bad. Don't teabag, kids.
And here, it looks like they're going to leave this B hit, and now they're heading over towards the A site. We did see the null command popped, but Lower Moreland, once again, they are reading this. They're swapping the Yoru onto A, bringing over the Brimstone, but he's just waiting in CT, waiting. He's ready to put smokes on the site, and now the A hit's coming fast. What is Lower Moreland going to be able to do?
I mean, there's the first one. Stopping Lower Moreland's going to be very easy. Already the first raise has been taken down. 4 versus 4. However, that Killjoy lockdown might be exactly what is needed.
Yeah, and Chamber now is lurking in showers, but I don't know how much value he's going to be able to find at this point in time, as they're all past this showers chokehold right now. He does manage to find the KO on the defuse, but Spike is now halfway through. Chamber finding 2 on the round, and it just falls apart for Lower Moreland. I didn't think the Chamber's gonna be able to find much, but it seems like it was just the perfect play.
I mean, yeah, I mean, when that Chamber has that tour de force, it's not gonna be easy to take him down. Finding 2, definitely exactly what you want to see if you're Lower Moreland. Being able, not Lower Moreland, sorry, CB South, you know, being able to find those 2 rounds in a row, like bringing this to an even half, is exactly what you're going to want to see. And obviously, Lower Moreland's buy does not look good. So, will we see CB South take the lead on that 9 round?
I think we should see CB South take lead here just based on the buy, but you never know. Thrifties happen constantly, but it looks like they do want to maybe pull back from this A hit. That's what they're going to do. Now, Raze is pushed out of hookah. What can he find? If he can sit in this corner, they might not expect him here, but they also might have just canceled their B rotate reading this flank.
I mean, yeah, we've seen flanks happen a decent amount on this B site, so I wouldn't be surprised if they realize, you know, there's probably someone playing pretty close up here. And there it is, Hanny just jumping in with the blast packs, already finding 1. Biden's gonna be able to find that second one on the Big Banjo Boy. Next kill will be on Hanny. Finding that over aggression from CB South is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and Artie was actually able to read the flank that time, but he was not able to find the kill. Instead, Lana Del Slay will get the trade after a good amount of time. The Yoru will find his death in U-Haul. Now it's a 1v2 for the KO. This should be a 1 round for CB South, provided they play it correctly. Instead, the Sky almost actually costing him his life, and Buy-In will manage to find the kill. The Sky had no reason to peek there. Very risky, almost giving KO an opportunity back into the round. But it does work out in the end. And now we see CB South taking the lead for the first time in the game over the number 1 seed, Lower Moreland.
Yeah, I mean, how they were able to make this comeback, I mean, it makes sense. You know, they were only down 3-1, but for Henny to have that over-aggression just completely stomped by, you know, like, Lower Moreland, they definitely could have gotten back into that round. It looked winnable. So for it to be that close, it looked very good from both teams.
Yeah, for an eco ending up in a 1v2, which was almost completely winnable, is really, really good. That's exactly how you want your ecos to go. And so that was a very good round overall by Lower Moreland. And now what can they do with guns? Like, now they have the firepower if they just play the round the exact same way. And look, they have 4 here ready to respond to this A hit. And will CB South realize this, or are they just going to commit to it? They seem to really like hitting this A site.
I mean, what, there's 4 people on the defense sitting here, 2 of which will probably not even get spotted. Maybe we'll see that KO have to take a 1v1 if that dog spots him. But no, it's not even going to happen. Here it is, Viper Spit getting launched out along with that orbital strike. Haney's going to be able to find that first kill, but Big Ninja Boy is going to be trading it out already. Haney dropping down off of the pillar, going to get taken down, and it is a 2 versus 4. CB South, after over-aggression, after confidence, after ego, they do not find this lead going to be manageable.
Yeah, and CB South really,
30 seconds.
I mean, they were pushing into 4 people. There's not much you can do. They really should have tried to test the waters a little bit more before fully committing to that hit. And they might have realized, hey, there's a lot of presence here. Let's rotate to B, where the Killjoy was just alone. And now it's split 2 on each site, which honestly could work out for CB South, but Fall Guy's ultimate, a 1-tap onto buy-in. Now the Sky just has no time. He's going to have to save his gun. And that's going to be 5-5, Lower Moreland taking the round.
I mean, yeah, like, you do not want to see this. We just saw CB South taking the lead. They are going to have that mentality. You know, it's not going to be too high anymore. After you find that lead, after 3 rounds in a row, you're going to be happy. But when you just get stomped into the ground by freaking Big Bang Box, or Big Bang Boy, I don't even know how to say any names in this lobby anymore. I am too hyped over this matchup, and it is already being tied up at 5-5. This is what we like to see in the quarterfinals, these tough, close matches that they will go to a map 3 as we've seen before.
Yeah, and also, remember, we have Lower Moreland with, honestly, a fairly attack-sided composition. We have the KO, who will be nice for them on attack, and they also have a double duelist pick here, which means that them getting these defense rounds is going to be really huge for them, because they should be able to get more rounds on attack.
I mean, or trying to hold down this site. There is a bit of a setup here to try and hold players off, but it doesn't seem like Hanny wants to respect that. He has a blast pack. He has the ultimate. Will this be enough to bring back this match? I mean, there's the first pick that you need to see. Bring this into a 4 versus 4, and there is the showstopper already going to be able to push through with him. And there's the first one, bringing this site to its knees. CB South finishing this half looking good, but it won't matter. Complicated finding 2.
Complicated finding massive value out of the showstopper, instantly switching the round over. And now it's a 3v1. The Viper can do nothing. Complicated finding a 4th. The value Complicated just had there, completely rewriting the script of this round. I mean, that was incredible. He found 2 with the showstopper, also finding the chambers lurk in showers. Complicated single-handedly won them that round there.
I mean, what do you even do there? You get showstoppered on by the Rays, and I don't even know what to say. It just did not look good, and now we are seeing CB South once again on the back foot, 6-5 on this final round of the half. Obviously, if you make it 7-5, it doesn't look terrible, but when you're running that double Viper Brimstone with the Rays, you're gonna want to try and do good on attack.
And there go the smokes, and they have no more smokes to work with in the round. That is a big problem. I mean, they have the Viper, but I'm assuming they're just going to use her for lurking. And so it's going to be really tough for them now to actually hit a site. And now the defense has shifted over, bringing the KO to help out the Killjoy. It's going to be a lot harder for them to attack this B site with the Killjoy setup still in play and a KO knife here now.
I mean, Buy-in's going to be able to find that first one, taking down the Killjoy, taking down that site anchor that you really do need to see. Obviously, there's one more ultimate in play. The Orbital Strike will be coming out. I don't think that will be able to find anything. I think he found a little bit of damage. There it is. The first kill's going to be coming out onto Lana Day today. Honey getting taken down as well, but Big Bang Boy's going to be able to find Buy-in. What is this game? 3 versus 1, and it all falls down, and CB South is going to be losing this half 7-5.
Yeah, Lower Moreland ending the half looking really strong. All their players just shooting really well. Oh, we have some good sportsmanship in the chat. We like to see that. Some good halves coming out. It was a good half. It was a really close half. Both teams playing really well. Now we're going to have the swap over. Lower Moreland attacking, CB South defending. What do you think's going to happen here, Cherry?
I mean, okay. Let's just look at these compositions. We see a double duelist with the Brimstone, with the KO coming out on the attacking side. And you're telling me that they don't have a good chance of coming out on top? I mean, obviously anything can happen. Yoro can be played on basically both sides. He's pretty versatile. But it just doesn't look good for CB South here.
Yeah, I think Lower Moreland have looked like the stronger team when it actually comes to team play, but overall I think these players are all on a fairly similar mechanical level. Gunfights are not being won by like any single player. It's very even overall with how these gunfights are going. So I think it's really going to come down to how well these teams can play around each other when it comes to the second half here.
I mean, you're not wrong. However, I believe that Artie, in just a general 1v1 sense, has won the majority of his. And look at this, over-aggression just found everywhere. Bayern already getting spotted out in showers. CB South once again just falling behind in every way. You cannot see this. You cannot want to see this if you are in CB South's players. I mean, what do you do here?
How do you read this? Lower Moreland putting so much pressure over towards A, and they just lurk on the B at the exact same time, hit the TP, and now they're all on the B site with only 3 left on CB South, and they're all stuck in CT. How do you even approach this retake? You don't, and Hanny's gonna take the death there, and now it's just a 4v2. But Artie will manage to find one now. They're gonna both look to push through CT with the Sky Flash. Said now, Brimstone wrapping around the elbow perhaps, but they choose decide to go back to CT. They throw out the Sky Flash, not able to find anyone with it. Here comes the second one. That's gonna find one. They find the kill into the Raze. They find the kill into Fall Guys Ultimate. Artie finding 2. CB South back in this round, but there's the Molly. That's gonna ruin their chances. There's not gonna be enough time. And the Brimstone able to close out the round, but it was really, really close there. CB South almost bringing that back.
Oh yeah, and as we said, you know, Artie always able to just find his ones, but when that Brimstone Molly comes out, it's going to end his reign, and we are back at an 8-5 scoreline. It doesn't look good. Down 3 rounds, CB South is going to need to make this comeback, and it looks like we're going to see a similar buy as we saw in that first half, where we see one player just going for that little bit of a buy. We see Hanny, instead of the Bucky, however, he wants the Stinger instead. Just in case they don't go to his site, it's going to give him a little bit more value.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused on the Stinger, though, because if you're playing the Raze, right, you're most likely going to want to sit in that U-Haul position with your Bucky on that save round. I mean, we saw the Raze attack U-Haul with a Bucky before, and that was Hanny at the same time. So I'm surprised he's not using a Bucky here. Instead, he opted for the Stinger, and it actually works. He finds Complicated, and that gives them another gun on the round. Bayern finding the Killjoy, but Big Banjo Boy is going to fire right back, taking out Bayern, and now CB South actually in the advantage here.
Launching smoke.
Oh yeah, and especially when you think about it, they can grab those 2 guns that they've already taken off the bodies. We'll just have to wait and see how will Hanny be able to respond to this being taken down by the Yoru, but Artie's gonna respond in fire, finding 2. Pink Badger Boy and the Yoru's gonna get taken down. Rusky with the right click on the Classic, gonna be able to pick up that Vandal, bringing this Thrifty around. As we said earlier, we always see them. You can't get too surprised anymore when you see a Thrifty round coming out for these top tier teams.
Yeah, I mean, CB South ended up playing that very, very well. I think it was the really deep dive from Complicated that actually cost them there, as it gave another gun to CB South. I think maybe if he had chosen to dive towards U-Haul instead of back truck, that could have been a very different round.
Well, it's not even just that, though. Because it was that, and then right away, Bayern was already able to respond with the second kill, putting it in a 3v5. Because that really is what you like. I mean, obviously you got traded out immediately, but a trade on your buy round when the other team is like not buying at all, like that's not at all what you want to see.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ideally you want to get out of that with all your guns, but that's very rare. Normally you get out with about 3. Instead, they get out with none and a round loss. And now CB South with the massive gun advantage. We're going to see Sheriffs and a Stinger coming out on the side of Lower Moreland.
And Bayern about to take this first angle. Hanny's going to be able to find that first one onto Ura, and Bayern's going to find... Oh, that flick looked insane.
That was a nasty flick onto the Killjoy there. And now what's the plan for Lower Moreland? It's going to be opening that teleporter, and actually Complicated will find Hanny, giving themselves a little bit of hope in this round now. They have still only a Spectre, though. They don't have rifles. It's going to be really tough. And they're choosing to stay at this B site unless they all want to TP right together at the same time.
I wouldn't be surprised if, it looks like that is going to be the play they're going to go for here. Yup, there it is. 3 on the teleport, but Bayern finds 1, Bayern finds 2, Bayern finds 3, 1, 2, 3, they all file down, and it's all Bayern, bringing 4 kills, bringing this so close to a tied match.
Yeah, I mean, Bayern just getting huge value holding the Shower's position there. I mean, he took out the Lurk from the Killjoy, who was probably there to secure a little bit of control so they could make that TP play late into the round. And instead, they decided to stick with their plan and take the TP, but they didn't have that control, and the Chamber was just able to take them all down. That is a big round loss, and now we are only at a 1-round differential. CB South looking like they found themselves again here on the defense side.
I mean, here we go. Looks like we're going to be seeing an A hit coming out immediately. And yeah, it just doesn't look good. Artie might get taken down here. Never mind. 50 HP remaining. Just on the verge of that negative HP line.
Yeah, he manages to just get out of the orbital strike, but now the Yoru in a smoke with a judge. That is deadly. You do not want to push into that smoke. And now we're going to have to see a really tough retake here. See, this is what CB South was not able to do. They were not able to take this control. Look at what control Lower Moreland has. This is brutal to retake. But already
look at that flank. Oh, big Banjo boy able to find Bayern on the flank. That's so big. You needed to see that.
Yeah, Lower Moreland, I mean, it's still looking decent. And here comes the Molly onto the spike. Actually investing the Brimstone ult right at the end. They're already finding two. And I don't think they're going to have time.
I think they do. That's
really
time.
Close. It's gonna be really, really close.
Dude, they have time. 0.75 is insane, dude.
Yeah, 0.75 on the defuse. Already finding two in the orbital strike. I mean, the value from that Brimstone was massive. And that's actually just gonna give them the round win. And now that does bring it to a tie game. It looked like Lower Moreland had that in the bag, but it just fell apart right at the very end. Everybody clumped up. Artie was able to get him.
Oh, but Lyle, check out these buys. We see Bayern going over towards the B site, and he has his operator. This might be the round where CB South comes back, makes that comeback they have so desperately needed, so desperately have been clinging on to the hope of achieving. Will this be it?
Missed the first shot, but it was just a jump. He can't expect to hit that. He's actually going to be forced to fall back here, and it looks like we might be getting a call to go and fight this race, who doesn't actually find with the showstopper, instead finding the kill afterwards and managing to almost sneak out, but complicated, just able to find the kill there, giving themselves a rifle and maybe an A rotate. But Brimstone is here waiting for them. Now Brimstone, if you can play the patience game, they might not expect him.
He's gonna try and rotate up towards heaven, hoping to pick someone off guard, but here it is. Showstopper comes out, unable to find anything. How will this go for Artie, however? He has been smoked off. Accidentally showstoppering himself. Bit of a rose ult, but Artie's going to be able to find him in blood. Complicated, getting taken down. It is a 3 versus 4 retake. Will the Tour de Force come out? Probably not, because there already is a operator on the board, but
I'd be surprised if he hasn't picked up a Vandal at this point. He's still holding on to the op in U-Haul of all places. This is a very strange play, but it looks like he's just going to be taking the first fight. And here it is. Oh, the Fall Guys ultimate. How is he able to do that? Just 2 shots with the Guardian finding both. But Lana Del Slay firing right back. There's no way he has enough time yet. He's going to have to get out and try to save his gun. Big Banjo Boy just trying to find his own gun and TP out of here. Will he be able to make it out? Yes, he will. And
I mean, it didn't really look good for either teams.
Yeah, that was a very, very scrappy round on both sides, but we're going to see Lower Moreland maintaining their lead for at least another round.
Yeah, lots of ultimates have been utilized. However, Bayern losing the operator, not a huge problem since he still does have the Tour de Force. We'll see if he can utilize it better this round. I mean, last round, it just didn't look too good. The Yoru was able to jump peek him, get away with it pretty easily. But Bayern going for a very similar play. How will he be able to use this to his advantage here? Finding nothing. Bayern getting taken down by Big Banjo Boy.
Yeah, and that's a big kill. The Null command going to be popped instantly, taking down the Viper. And that's just going to be a free B site. But do they try and push elbow here and run right into a Viper and a Sky who are waiting for them?
Who's next?
Seems like that your ult will be popped, and it will spot both of them. However, nobody's pushing out. They have the site. They want to play it. But it won't matter. Honey's going to be able to get taken down, and this just doesn't look good. CB South giving up the site way too early, and now Lower Moreland just wants to win this. They don't want to give them anything. CB South on the back foot. 3 versus 5 retake. No ultimates available. Already gonna be able to find the first one onto the Oro, and the heal will be coming out. Overgrowth's gonna get nothing. No! Rusky gonna be able to find one, but it won't matter because Rusky's gonna get traded out by Fall Guys Ultimate. It doesn't matter. All 1 versus 3. What is this? Lyle. What?
Yeah, I mean, CB South just falling apart on the site hold. I think it really comes down to they were expecting the chamber to find some kind of value on that hookah push with the tour de force, but unfortunately he was able to find absolutely nothing, and he just gets taken out, and there goes the null command. And how are you supposed to hold site with no abilities and just have your guns 2 against 5? I mean, that is not possible unless your players do something absolutely incredible. And unfortunately they were unable to. They chose to fall back, and then they were just unable to find the retake.
I mean, look at this buy, though. It does not look good for CB South whatsoever. They are on the back foot. We see one chamber with a Guardian. Will it be enough, however? I do not believe so.
Now we're gonna see just a little bit of split, and here comes the KJ ult. It's actually a fake. They're heading over towards the B site. This is a really, really good play, but the Sky is waiting patiently. She's gonna hear this coming out, but all she has is a ghost, and she's gonna get taken out. Now, of course, CB South is aware, but it's all over, basically. They have pistols and a Guardian against, full rifles. And yeah, there goes Artie. He's down. Lana Del Slay on 9 HP. This is just a super good round overall from Lower Moreland. A really nice call from the IGL to use that KJ ult like that.
He's going to be able to find the first one, but it won't matter. Getting traded out immediately. Lana Del Slay going to be at 9 HP in a 1 versus 4. What do you even do here? You just have to let it go. Only a classic remaining. Unable to find anything, and that is round 11 for Lower Moreland. Oh my god. Lyle, what do you even do there?
I mean, there's not much you can do. It's a really, really good call from Lower Moreland to use the KJ ult as a fake. And I mean, you really just don't expect that, to be honest. It was a great call, and it pushed them off the site. Sky had a ghost. There's no way she's finding much value there more than just 1. And I mean, she couldn't find anything in the end. And 5v3 at that point, I mean, you're not winning that.
I mean, this is the round where you've got to make that comeback happen. We see Bayern with the operator in hand, not playing as aggressive as we have seen him, which definitely, I believe, is going to be a good thing. His aggressive plays haven't worked out for him very well in the past. Here's the first one coming out, though, for Hani. Big kill, big needed, and Lana Del Slay gonna be able to find that next one, but it's gonna be already taking down that Yoru TP, and it is over. CB South wants to come back, and they come back strong, only losing 2 players.
Yeah, I mean, they managed to hold on super strong there. Artie and Bayern doing their jobs on the site hold. Bayern finding value out of the operator. He hasn't found much this whole match so far using it, but there it was, and it was important that he found it here. Because now he's still got it for this next round, and he's feeling it right now. Here comes the TP. He's going to be holding, I believe, the long peak? Yeah, that's what he's going to be holding. That's his job, and now it looks like, I think we're probably going to see an A hit from Lower Moreland here. Once they read that there's the chamber Viper setup here, I think they're going to cancel.
I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to detect the chamber, since that trip isn't even put for hookah, it's put for just below it. So you're going to have to push out if you want to find Bayern.
Yeah, that's true, but will Bayern be able to get one here? If Bayern can find a pick, it would probably force a rotate as well, which is huge.
I mean, we still haven't seen the Seekers pulled out yet, which might not be too necessary, but I think if you use it, it's going to show there's no one on A, which is definitely going to show Bayern. Yeah, I need to be prepared. I need to be very much worried about this A hit coming in fast.
I think they know. I think they just saw somebody in hookah, so they should be aware. Yeah, gunshots out. Now they know what's really happening. But do they expect the Raze lurk up on A site? I think he's going to hit the TP, but he could manage to find the Sky. And Bayern off the angle for 1 second. It's going to cost him. Now it's looking good for Lower Moreland, finding the entries, and it just all falls apart. Artie not able to make anything happen. Bayern just falling off of his angle for a millisecond, and he is not able to catch the killjoy on the timing, and it costs him that round. That round should have been won, and unfortunately now they are stuck at game point here with a very low buy.
Yeah, this is it. However, 4 ultimates available for the side of Central Bucks South. I mean, not a terrible buy. 2 Spectres on hand, which definitely isn't the greatest thing ever, but when you got those triple Vandals, you have the Showstopper, you have the Orbital Strike, you have the Viper's Pit, you just need to lock down these sites, and you are looking very good.
We're seeing really aggressive defensive Showstopper, actually trading the Showstoppers. We're going to see the Yoru being taken out and a Raze being taken out. And we're going to see the A hit coming in fast. U-Haul control being taken rapidly. And actually, Brian able to find one, maintaining Showers control for CB South. But it's going to be a really, really hard retake. Viper now alone against this Raze. He's not able to find the kill. Complicated taking him out. Buy-in alone on 12 HP for the game. And he won't be able to do it. And that's going to be Lower Moreland taking game 1.
I mean, how do you even stop that? You need to be going into map number 2 with a big change if you want to take down Lower Moreland. They look good. They look like they wanted to win, and they want to maintain this. They're going to try and win this series, bringing them to the semifinals. And ladies and gentlemen, we have to only wait 1 minute until we are back with game number 2. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another map of Valorant. We see a substitute coming in for the side of Central Buck South. ZYD coming in on the Killjoy spot. Will this be the missing piece of the puzzle that is needed to bring them to 1-1, putting us in a map number 3? Lyle, give your predictions.
I'm liking the team comp I'm seeing being built here over on CB South. We've got an Omen really strong on this map, Raze really powerful, Fade also good, Killjoy good, Breach good. These guys know what they're doing. And on the same point, we have on the defense, Lower Moreland, we've got a Cypher, strong character on this map. I'd like to see another Yoru, that would be cool. We're gonna see it. See a Raze. Okay, both these comps, very solid compositions. I think this is gonna be a good one.
The Yorhu coming out again. Happy to see it. We do enjoy that pick, and it looks like already gonna stay on that controller position. I mean, I don't totally love it. I think he can do better. I think you put him on Reyna, he drops 30. This man is insane. However, let's see how well we can see Hanny improve from that previous game into this next one on Lotus. Very different map, 3 sites instead of the usual 2 that we see Bind is.
Yeah, it'll be strange to see how they actually decide to go with the setup. Looks like Cypher is going to be taking the C site for himself. That's generally what you see on Lotus when you have a Cypher or a Killjoy. They head towards C, and I assume we're going to see maybe a 2-2 setup on the other 2 sites.
I mean, I'd predict a 1-1-3, but it looks like we might just be seeing a 2-1-2 even. Oh, wait, this looks weird. We're leaving B site empty. No? Alright, there's the Euro. That's nice. And it looks like he has that teleport ready to get over to the A site in case of emergencies such as this one. Already see Hanny pushing out immediately, unable to let that teleport come through. And there is the first Raze nade. Paint shells coming through, and there is the site already found. So fast. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that was an incredibly fast-paced hit, and with only one player there, there's not much you can do if you are Lower Moreland. Looks like CB South knew exactly what their plan was, and they're performing really well here.
Definitely are, and here is that retake we want to see happen. Already finding the first one there. It is onto Complicated, and he finds that second one with the headshot on to Big Banjo Boy. He wants more. He wants everything. Already finding 3, bringing a flawless round for CB South.
Yeah, I mean, CB South, really good round there. I think Lower Moreland, the setup I think was a good idea, but it only really works if it's an A hit there. I mean, they expected, I believe, the Yoru to TP once they made contact on A, so they could have 4 just instantly pummel any rubble push, but that didn't happen. There's just a fast hit on the B, and Yoru just got taken down, and it was a free round basically for CB South when it came down to it.
Of course, and you have to remember, this is CB South's map pick. They know what they want, and Hanny wants to get even more, and he's already finding that first kill onto the Cypher, finishing up this side. They want to take this even as dominantly as they saw that first round was.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to do it as well. I mean, we're going to have to see the retake coming in soon, but the gun disadvantage is going to play in here. I mean, we have rifles and Spectres ready to go against these pistols. Already gonna manage to find the first kill.
The one sheriff has already been taken down. Will the Yoru be able to pick that up? It does seem like it with that smoke coming out.
Yeah, but what can he really do with just a sheriff? I mean, I think they're just playing for exits at this point. They're not even trying to just get this retake. And they will eventually peek and actually managing to find one, but Zid will find 2 kills there. Already now trying to push this Yoru. He should be able to find the kill, and he does. Meaning they only lose 1 here in their bye round. Pretty good round overall.
I mean, that is insane. And if you think about it, this was the first pistol round of the series we have seen go in the favor of CB South. So for them to win that and get that second round definitely looks really, really good. Zid already off to a fantastic start, going 3-0. I mean, you know, bringing in a substitute definitely looks to be the play that CB South needed to make.
Yeah, Zid looks like a really strong player, and I'm excited to see how well Zid can, you know, change the dynamic of this team, because we did see Lower Moreland just taking huge map advantages before, but now we have CB South, who look to be reading the defense setup pretty well.
And if we see a rotate over to the A site, Complicated might be able to use this Vandal to his advantage. It seems like he might get called out for it, though. What is going to be the case? All right, yeah, he finds the first one, but he's going to want to back off after that. The Paranoia comes out. Will he be able to find the kill? Yes, he will not, but already tries to find it. Unable to get it. Teleport comes through, and he will try to go for it. Will Complicated get spotted out, though? No, Zid finding it.
Launching smoke.
It was a really good kill for Zid there, bringing CB South back in here. And now Lower Moreland just have to play slowly. They need to let CB South come to them. And I think we might just see a C rotate here. Unless they decide to stay on A. I mean, that is a very bold decision, but already managing to find the kill onto the sky, opening up this A site for a nice hit. But the Yoru has an Odin in Shri, and now they're popping the door, trying to pressure him out, but he dodges the flash, finding the kill in the breach, but will get traded out by Lana Del Slay.
I'm sorry, did
30 seconds
did
left.
Lower Moreland buy 2 Odins in this round?
Is there a second?
No, because they had the one that the Yoru had, and now Big Banjo Boy has one. 2 Odins on round 3.
Last player standing.
Very strange buy, but Arred managing to find the kill on Zid. Now they're going to be setting up for a 2v1 retake. We see an Odin on Lana Del Slay, and we have Cypher on 1 HP here. He's probably going to take a death. He will knife out. Now it's a 1v1.
And that dog's going to be able to find him. He knows the positioning. There he is. The Seize is going to come out, but the Molly's going to be coming out as well. The Seize didn't hit him. Oh my god. And now we're going to have to see Wanda push out, and he finds it. Big Banjo Boy getting sprayed down, and Wanda stay picking it up from last game. Not doing so well. He proves himself once again, bringing Central Buck South to a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of a backstory here. We saw while waiting in the lobby that it looked like Lana Del Slay was going to be getting subbed out, but I think he took that to heart and decided that he did not want to leave this series, and now he's fighting back. Now with a 3-0 KD.
Oh yeah, wait, who did get subbed out if it wasn't Lana Del Slay?
Let's find out. I'll check.
Yeah. Weird decision. I mean, oh, it was Bayern.
Spike down. C.
Oh, yeah, we do see Bayern getting subbed out. That was their chamber player, who honestly had a really good game.
Yeah, it's weird that he's the one that got subbed out since he did extremely well.
But that's their decision, and now they got to run with it. And it looks like they do want to hit this C site, and they're still going to be committing to sending in the Prowler. And there are 2 players here waiting for them. But I mean, how much will they really be able to do? They have a Bucky and a Classic. This Bucky might be able to do something, but the Classic is just so little.
I mean, even if you get traded out there, it's like getting a kill with a Bucky is definitely going to be something you want to see. And right now, honestly, this round looks pretty good for Lower Moreland. Being able to find that first trade, you don't totally want to leave the C mound alone, since you let the Yoru work up in there. They're going to be able to find that gun that was taken off the bodies. I mean, it's a weird decision that CB South has to make. It seems like their decision is, we just have to push in, we just have to find everything we possibly can. Finding 2, Zid is already on that site. 2 versus 3 retake has to happen right now. Zid on this point, finding 2. I mean, how do you even do that? That's insane.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good play overall. I think they might have waited a little too long to go in for the hit, but it does end up working, and now it is a 3v2 situation, and Prowler being sent out. Alred, what a shot on Lana Del Slay. Actually bringing themselves back in this round here. Their kill will be found on the Hanny. Now, it is a 1v2, and Lower Moreland managing to find the round. They really shouldn't have won that. They were on a save. Not good for CB South, taking too long to decide what they wanted to do, and it's going to cost them there.
That is our second thrifty of the series already. 1 for each team, just finding the weaknesses in each other's setups, being able to capitalize on them completely. And I mean, it already doesn't look amazing for CB South losing that first round, but you know, it's alright. You're still up 2. You still have money. Obviously, it looks like Rusky's gonna have to opt out of the full shield by going for the white shields with the Vandal, but 5 guns is 5 guns, and it looks like we're gonna see the Yoru back on that Odin pick we saw during round number 3.
It looks like this Cypher is just going to get absolutely run down here on the C side. He is alone against 5. Yoru trying to get here in time to help him, but why are they pausing?
Yeah, I don't totally understand that.
Okay, they're buying time for the Killjoy. That makes sense to me, and here they go. They're going to have to wait, but the rotates will start coming in here. I think we're probably going to see a fairly fast retake here. We have Dimensional Drift on the Yoru ready to be popped. He's going to TP out, and I think he's going to be the one to instigate this retake. And here comes the hit, but it's late. The hit's really, really late. They're actually able to get back onto site. And this is going to be really good for Lower Moreland. Hard able to find one. Hanny able to just jump right in and get his own with a classic Zid actually firing right back. And we'll find another on the big Banjo boy. And we're just seeing kills after kills. And CB South coming out on top here. The Yoru's going to get caught. I mean, that's going to be the death. That was a very, very strange play. I mean, they put in the Killjoy lockdown. That makes sense. But why did they wait so long? You need to go in when it's about, 2 or 3 seconds left on the Killjoy and get your position on that site. Instead, Lower Moreland was able to get back on the site. And it was some lucky kills and smokes that actually ended up winning CB South that round.
I mean, I think a pretty big problem there from Lower Moreland was that Yoru TP. I mean, I don't think that you should have used it that far since you were so far back. If anything, you wait for that Killjoy lockdown to go down as soon as it pops. You don't wait for those 13 seconds to be up. You just use that TP immediately. That way you can get back as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think he overstayed his welcome trying to get a pick there, and he wasn't able to get back to support them. The Brimstone should be able to find Artie here.
But if he doesn't, the Rays might.
Oh, this is going to be really close. Artie trying to place down a smoke for his team instead will get caught out. Now here comes the C hit onto the Cypher. The Showstopper should be able to find him, but looking the wrong way is Hanny, and Cypher managing to find him and another onto Zid. What more can he do? Can he kill the Fade here too? He should be aware. He is, and he finds the third. A demonic sight hold from the Cypher, bringing Lower Moreland their second round. Just playing it so perfectly. Hanny just unfortunately looking the wrong direction.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look too good from CB South there. Already getting a little bit of timing to there with the smoke being out. And Hanny was just not looking the right way. As you said, does not look amazing. I mean, we have this fade ult here, but against the Dimensional Drift, it might not be quite enough.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they plan to do here. We've seen a lot of C recently. I think the plan is probably to just do a default here. Yeah, we see a 2-1-2 default. I think they're most likely going to head over towards the A site near the end of the round, just because C has now failed a couple times. But they're just taking their time to figure it out here.
Rusky already using a little bit too much utility on a default play, but it's giving Artie the ability to just walk up, play close. Will this go in the favor of CB South? Their B hit looks to be coming out, and there it is. Door gets broken. They're going in. They want this site, and B has already been taken.
Yeah, it was a really clean B hit there. Just nothing Lower Moreland was able to do to stop it with only the Brimstone there. No util. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 post-plant scenario. Going to really matter on how these trades go for both teams and what gunfights they decide to take.
I mean, that Dimensional Drift is going to give so much info towards the side of Lower Moreland. It seems like Fall Guys Ultimate is going to be able to know exactly what's happening. First flash comes out too. Fall Guys Ultimate finding out Red Bang and Gutsky. Honey going to get traded out by next. Big Banjo Boy finding that next kill, and Complicated finding that fourth. And one day let's stay trying to find anything, but it's not gonna happen while we are going for the distance. Lower Moreland is not giving up quite yet.
I mean, that was just such a clean retake. We saw the Yoru giving that info to Sky, who popped the Skybird, and instantly, as that flash came out, Yoru came out of his ultimate as well. He was able to help support the Sky in getting those 2 kills in a link. And then the rest of the retake happening at the exact same time. I mean, just so much going on. You can't help out all your teammates at the same time. It was just perfectly coordinated from Lower Moreland. CB South, just nothing they could do.
And I mean, look at this. Already going into this next round. CB South trying to find anything on the A site. Will it be able to happen? That is to be determined. I mean, let's just think about this here. What do we think CB South is going to have a better attacking or defensive half based on these compositions? I'm going to go with attacking. So for this to be this close, it just doesn't look too good.
Yeah, but here, do they clear Complicated? He's blind. They are going to clear him, but Killjoy is blind at the same time. Complicated finding 3 in Tree Room. That just shouldn't have happened. Now, CB South's whole plan is falling apart, and Spike is in Tree. This is just absolutely devastating. Their whole round is gone at this point. They just have to try and get some kills.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. 2 players remaining. Obviously, you have the Omenal, but he's not in a position where he can get away and safely use it to get onto another site. Haney's going to be able to find the first one, but it won't matter. Here they are. Complicated at 30 HP. Haney's going to be able to find the second one onto the Aura. Will this be able to happen? No, it will not. And Aura going to find Haney, bringing this to an even matchup currently 4-4. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss any of the action right now. We see another A hit coming out. Will this be the start of CB South's return? Will they need to be able to bring back their early lead that they have gained? Or will Lower Moreland just take the distance and finish out this map, bringing them to a 2-0 match?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Lower Moreland having really good reads on their map positions of CB South this entire series so far. It looks like once again we're going to see that. They have 2 people on the A and B sites. The B side players should be able to support them. Now, do they expect the Raze tucked in the corner? He expects it, but Complicated able to find 2 here. Can he find anything else? It's going to be really, really close. Complicated unable to find the Fade, and actually Londo Slay and Artie both getting some kills. They're evening out the round. With the Orbital Strike on hand for Lower Moreland, though, they should be able to stop a plant.
I mean, here are the ults. Artie, we see the Orbital Strike. Oh, it's big Banjo Boy finding 3 with the Orbital Strike. I mean, Lyle, what do you even say to that? Like, how do you go into school the next day after this?
Well, so I was gonna say, as I was saying, I was expecting Orbital Strike to be used for the plant. They all entered Tree, and I was about to mention this Orbital Strike could get popped here if they realize that's what's happening and they figured it out. And that Orbital Strike doing just an incredible amount of damage there, scattering the hopes and dreams of CB South, who are still on a fairly weak buy now.
I mean, that buy does not look good, but they have enough firepower. They might be able to do something here. Complicated gonna be able to get the trade. It won't matter though. Fall Guy's ultimate gonna try and back him up with the dog. Unable to do anything, however. And there's an extra gun that's gonna go in the favor of Artie, bringing his Bulldog up to a Vandal.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like CB South are finding their way into this round. Somehow, Hanny finding another. And now the Showstopper on hand as well. The Brimstone is in drop. Now they know. They should be able to flush around with the Util. Londell Slay just getting the kill with the Odin. A round that shouldn't have been winnable for CB South, ending up being one of their cleanest of the series. But there's Arid.
And there it is. Arid trying to pop that Neural Theft, unable to find anything worth his time, and blood will spill on the side of Lower Moreland. CB South wanting to take this all the way to an even half, and they want to make it better. They want this to be their half. Unlike the first one, they are going to try their best to make this happen. We see Complicated with an Operator, however. Will it be enough? Just have to wait and find out.
Yeah, I'm really liking the look of Lower Moreland right now. Even though they lost that, they've been doing really well at reading these map positions throughout the season. I think they will be able to find another round soon, even if CB South is able to get maybe another here.
I mean, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, here we go. Complicated, unable to miss a single shot. Like, what do you even do there?
It's just a beautiful shot from Complicated, but here comes the Killjoy. I mean, the Raze Util, I believe, is able to break it if you throw it perfectly, but we're not going to see that coming out. So they're going to let the Killjoy pop, and Complicated, actually popping the Showstopper, but it's going to find Artie and not the Killjoy, and now 2 detained, and there goes Complicated. It seems like a little bit of a waste, and here comes the Breach ult as well, just taking the C site over and over again. But the Flood retake is coming in at the exact same time. Plant gonna be denied, and the kills coming out from Lower Moreland. The Fade is left alone in Elbow. What can she do alone? And she's just gonna take the death. A really nice Flood retake there from Lower Moreland.
I mean, you know, we see Complicated getting that first blood every single round. There's not even when he is flashed, he's still able to find a kill. Like, what do you even do there? It just doesn't make sense how he's able to do this. It's inhuman. That's what we're gonna call it now.
Yeah, I assumed complicated because I believe the Raise nade, if you throw it directly onto the Killjoy lockdown, will destroy it. I assumed we were going to see that get popped, or even the Showstopper to destroy it, but he ended up finding a kill with the Showstopper instead, which was probably just as much value at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely, and he wants more. He wants blood. Pushing in, already finding the site is empty. We see the big Banjo boy on the outside, unable to find his way in, but it doesn't matter. And CB South bringing themselves down this half. 5-7 will not look good. One player remaining. It's all but finished. Rusky's able to find the first with the Sheriff, but it won't matter. And big Banjo boy is gonna finish out this half 7-5. Very similar to that first half as we saw earlier on in the series on Bind. We'll see if they're able to make it a little bit better than that one.
It started out really nice for CB South, finding 4 of the first 5 rounds, but then Lower Moreland managed to find their footing and just get themselves way back in this game and look really, really in control. And now Lower Moreland, they've got the Yoru, they've got the Raise on this attack, they've got the attack-sided comp on the attack-sided map with the advantage heading into their attack side. CB South, it's not looking too hot for them currently.
I mean, that's where you gotta make this retake. Although, to be fair, I'm just gonna say it, I prefer CB South's defensive positioning here. As we see, they're going for aggressive plays down A main. This is really standard. You see this a lot in high level of competitive play. So for them to be able to do this and being able to execute it relatively well, and just because their composition looks offensive doesn't mean it necessarily has to be.
Yeah, now we've got an empty C site, but the Killjoy going back over to keep her util up. What's the call going to be for Lower Moreland here? I think they really want to take their time, and they have read this Rebel aggression very well.
I mean, already he's playing aggressive here. I mean, he's kind of playing a bit of an on angle. You know, you can pretty easily detect that if you're one of the attackers. So, I mean, maybe he's waiting for his Raise to just be able to find him, detect it, and then have the Raise sneak up. And here it is. Looks like we're going to see at least one. Fall Guys Ultimate's going to get taken out. However, Hani has been detected. Will they find more? Yes, he will. Hani able to find the second one. He has the paint shells. He's not going to matter, though. Artie's going to be able to find Big Banjo Boy, and it doesn't matter. CB South finding this round. Looking easy. 5-2. Yoru's at very low HP. He's being detected. Will he be able to do anything? No, he will not. Lana will stay. Gonna be able to figure him out. And oh my gosh, it looks like there's an AFK.
Oh, yeah, we do have an AFK. They're not aware about it. But while they reconnected, so we're back, and now they should probably know that that's where the player is, but they're just gonna let it wait. I think what we saw there was, for the first time really this series, Lower Moreland not knowing the setup from CB South.
He might actually just be AFK.
I'm not sure.
Yep, there's the disconnect.
Oh, there's the timeout. Oh, he's back.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, we're heading to a timeout. Yep. And so I think what really happened there was CB South won. They had a really, really nice setup. They found the aggression, but also just a really poor read from Lower Moreland, really.
I mean, yeah, like, it didn't look amazing. Lower Moreland, like, they've been pretty good at, like, discovering where players are, figuring out where the rotates are coming in from. But in this round, it looked like they just didn't expect that A main aggression, which definitely led to a bit of a downfall. I don't know how many more rounds are going to happen where it's going to be a similar thing, where Lower Moreland just doesn't realize there's people playing a Rebel, there's people playing close in A main, stuff like that. But it's like, you can't let that happen if you're going to be playing these default-ish type rounds where you're going to want to try and rotate a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Lower Moreland, I assume we're going to see them fix up what that was. It was very much an outlier to what we've seen from them so far, and we're heading right back in. The player is back. We're all good now. And we'll see Lower Moreland just trying to get some kills here on their save round.
I mean, it looks like there's going to be a bunch of pings trying to say, yeah, we're going A here. We're going to go in fast. We want this round. Lots of people stacking up here. So there is a Cypher going to be going for a lurk. There is that concuss line. Unfortunately, the raise was not there to put the raise nade down, trying to find some value. So everyone's going to be full health still. It looks like
Yeah,
there's
here
going to
we
be
go.
2v5.
We have a 4-person stack heading over towards the A site now. And the Fade Prowler actually not able to find anything, but Tree being popped open will give them all the info they need to know that an A hit is on the cards. But the rotate, see, Lower Moreland, this is a Lower Moreland we know. They are reading the rotates, have come in, and Cypher has lurked up so far. The Killjoy could get easily caught out here if he's not careful. This comes down to the Cypher. He finds the kill. Now C-Site open. This is a really good round right now for Lower Moreland. If they can get some kills here, they could really take this round and just blow up the economy of CB South.
I'm just going to say it. There is no way ZYD is not mad at his mid players, letting them allow the Cypher to get into the spawn, and he just wants more, and he will receive, making this a 3 versus 5 on the retake. Orid, 72 HP, but he just wants more. Will this over-aggression be caught out? Yes, it will. Artie's going to be able to find the first kill, because it won't matter. Artie's going to be able to find the second, and finding the third. And Wandale will say he's going to be able to find the fourth. It's a 1v2 retake. Will Artie be able to find this kill, or will the CB South get taken down once again? The classic with the right click is going to be coming out, and complicated is drawn that back foot. Wandale will stay very low HP, but it won't matter. And there it is. Blast pack for the kill. Complicated finding this next round, and it doesn't look good.
I mean, Lower Moreland just had such an advantage when it really came down to that post plant. They had the better positions. They had so much time on their hands because the rotates they had to come in all the way from A. But still, CB South were getting really close to being able to take that round anyway. So honestly, you can't really blame CB South too much there. They did what they could with what they had there.
I mean, in the late game, yeah. But like early game, the breach allowing the Cypher to just walk up mid is insane. You can't be allowing that if you are on CB South. And then even after that, just him being able to go into CT, finding even more Ard. Look at that, finding Hanny, and he just wants more. Killing Artie, bringing down the primary players on the site, making this the same as last round, 3v5 retake.
I mean, Arid, like, he's playing his role perfectly. He's doing exactly what he needs to be doing, finding these kills in Fall Guys Ultimate, managing to find Lana Del Slay, Big Banjo Boy finding another at the same time, and Arid finding another 3K. Just Arid having a really, really nice performance in the second half here, and he's bringing Lower Moreland the information that a Cypher needs. And it's really making the difference here. We saw really the one round mishap where Lower Moreland didn't have a read. And besides that, the entire series, they've just known everything going on. I think that's gotta partially be due to Arid on the information game here.
I mean, here we go. First real buy round of the match, but even now it doesn't look so good for CB South. They're gonna need to find a miracle play here if they want to bring this back.
Yeah, and here we go. We've got 4 people heading straight over towards the A site. Arid staying over on C in case they need to rotate, but they might just commit to this A hit once they read that there's not too much pressure coming at them.
I mean, here we go. Will this Yoru be able to find this Omen in this tree room? No, he will not, but ZYD is going to be able to find Arid on the trying to lurk. I mean, that's definitely necessary. Gotta admit.
Yeah, now they can't fall back to that C site, and now they don't know what to do. They're a bit lost. Their plan was definitely to fall back to C with the lurk up from Arid, but now they don't have that in their playbook, and they still just want to head over to C, but Killjoy's taken full mount control, and they have absolutely no idea she's here. But she's gonna get caught out with the breach stun. They should get the kill on her here. Oh, accidentally shooting the Yoru clone. Gonna be able to kill her, but Raze is now here in Waterfall, might be able to find one. Yoru Flash comes out, actually flashing Big Banjo Boy, but the Brim Smoke is actually gonna block Hanny, and they should be able to get the plant down with an orbital strike for the post plant.
Spike planted.
Yeah, that orbital strike will be extremely powerful on this post plant. However, he does have the molly. So if this man has lineups, which we have seen him using in the past, yeah, there it is. CB South is going to have a hard time making this retake happen. There's the first molly coming out. Hani's going to be able to trade him out. And Hani finishing off this round, forcing the hand of Lower Moreland, bringing this only to a 2-round differential. Not looking too bad whatsoever for CB South.
Yeah, CB South looked pretty good there. Lower Moreland looked a little bit lost after the original game plan fell apart, and maybe that's what CB South needs to do to win these rounds. If they can just find one pick to throw off the game plan, take away that cipher, take away the backup, then that might be what breaks Lower Moreland.
I agree completely. And look at these ultimates, dude. It's all on the side of Lower Moreland. Dimensional drift. We see the orbital strike. Those two can be comboed so well. Finding groups of players combined with that ult and then just being able to orbital strike it all down could be very, very powerful. And even now, look at that. Showstopper's available, and it's not just available, it's activated. Finding Wanadilla stay. Big kill, and they try to use the nanoswarms, but it's not enough. ZYD getting taken down as well. They gave Lower Moreland a chance, and they took it and ran. And it is now looking very bad. Rusky's going to be able to find the one on but it won't matter with the trade coming out 4-2. Is this even possible, Lyle?
I mean, it's always possible. Ray's diving into elbow, actually able to find two. Hani has the showstopper. What can he do with it? Not able to find another. Fall Guy's ultimate gonna punish him for using it there. Maybe a little bit of an overcommit when it came to the util there. That showstopper could have been a round decider, and unfortunately he uses it and still loses there. And bringing it to double digits for Lower Moreland, only 3 rounds away from securing their spot in the semifinals.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially with a bit of a save coming out here. Only 2 rifles. They want to make their mark. They want to bring this far, and going to the semifinals would definitely be a way to show your dominance, especially beating the number 2 team of the previous year, making it look very good for your. I believe this is the first year we see Lower Moreland competing in the PIEA.
And here we see a fast A hit coming in, and it's just gonna demolish everything CB South had in play. But the orbital strike also being committed. Now that's not available for the next round, which could be a really, really important one. We're just going to see a 2v5. I mean, they just have to hope to get anything. So maybe even just 1 kill.
I mean, already getting taken down by ZYD. Looking very, very good. Will he be able to find anything more? No, he will not. Big Banjo Boy's going to be taken down. But, I mean, it's a 1v4. What do you even do in this scenario?
You just gotta save your gun if you're Lana Del Slay here. You can't lose it. You need that weaponry. Looks like they're hunting him. They know that. The Sky Flash coming out. He's gonna dodge it, finding the kill on Big Banjo Boy. He's just gonna be getting pinched here, trying to get the raise, but complicated, able to take him down. It's 11-7. And now let's look at what the economy is looking like. We should have full rifles for the side of CB South, and somehow we don't. We have 3 people who won't be able to buy rifles. I mean,
you kind of had to see this coming, though, with only 2 buys last round. With 2 buys last round, expecting the full team to have rifles is not too optimistic. And here we go, 11-7. CB South really needs to pull something out of the back pocket. We saw the substitute coming. It looked good for a second, but we need Artie to make something happen here.
Yeah, Artie having an incredible performance in map 1, but he's been a bit quieter this time. Not exactly up to his standard, I'd say, but he's still doing his job for the team on that controller role.
Alrighty, first kill comes out onto the order. Definitely a needed performance upgrade. And ZYD, he's gonna be able to find that first kill on the rotate, but is it enough? Can anything happen? Here we go. First ultimate comes out. The trail gets detected onto 2 players. And the util dump comes out from Wanadale will stay. Rusky tries to put anything down. It won't matter. Big Banjo Boy's going to be able to take him down. Wanadale will stay back up a little bit after that paint shell comes out. And Artie's going to be able to find the Big Banjo Boy. It's a 2v3 retake in the favor of CB South, but it doesn't matter. Complicated. Find the first one. It's a 1v1 for this match point. And there it is. Complicated with the Rage Nade Shells, bringing CB South to match point.
That is the second round now that Complicated has won a 1v1 using his utility, clearly showing he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's 25 and 13. A dominant performance on the Rays here, just really doing so much when it comes to his positioning and util usage. On top of that, his gunfights are so good. Complicated just playing out of his mind in this map right now, really bringing Lower Moreland to the finish line.
I agree completely. Look at these ultimates. It looks good for CB South here. They have the lockdown. However, North Theft is available for Lower Moreland. How will this happen? Artie finding that first kill, however, getting traded out immediately. Will not be looking good. The overgrowth will come out. However, it's going to be caught off guard by Hani. Finding the first one onto Arid. 17 HP. Fall Guys ultimate does not look amazing in the health department here.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a 3v4 right now. 2 players in the game on just like one tap. So it's going to be really vital to be hitting these headshots for everybody here. I mean, this is for the spot in the semis right now. CB South just barely staying alive right now. And we're going to see it rotate over to the C site, which is completely empty. And that's going to be a really nice look for Lower Moreland. But remember, CB South have the lockdown available unless this Killjoy somehow gets caught out, as she is on 8 HP.
Spike planted.
I mean, there's not really anyone to call him out, though. That's the problem. And it looks like, oh, this doesn't look good. The Brimstone playing alone in CT, with both of his teammates playing Mound. I mean, maybe he can find one, but is it even possible for him to find that second kill? Fall Guys on getting
really
that first kill. And like as we said, yeah, there's the trade, but 2v2.
Really close, not investing the Killjoy lockdown. I'm not sure why. Here we go, and it could cost them the match, and it will.
And there it is.
Attackers win.
Lower Moreland taking.
They fought, they gave, they wanted this, and they brought it home. Lower Moreland will be the first team to advance to the semifinals in the PIEA Fall Tournament. Oh my gosh, Lyle, I need to get your opinions on here. Who's your MVP? First question, who is your MVP of this series?
Of the series is tough. I think Arid, I honestly, I don't remember how well Complicated played the first map, but I know Arid just was very consistent over the 2 maps, and also just the amount of impact he had in the first half of Lotus. I think I'd give it to Arid, but also Complicated just doing incredible things in the second map there.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, we looked at this. We thought XYZ would come in, be the piece of the puzzle that was so necessary for this to go on even further, but it just did not happen. I mean, all right, we're giving it to Arid, but here's the next question. All right, because this one's really important. Lower Moreland there's 3 teams that they could be playing against: Susquehanna Township, Greater Altoona CTC, or Baldwin. Now, do you think that in the semifinals they are going to be able to beat these 3 teams?
I mean, all of these teams, I mean, they've made it this far. They're all very, very strong. Susquehanna Township and Greater Altoona taking their round 1 games in very dominant fashion each. So that is going to be a really important game here. See the result of that. See how that goes out against Baldwin, right? And it doesn't even matter. I think whoever ends up against Lower Moreland, that is going to be an absolutely incredible series.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it, all right? Here's where it gets weird. I don't even think it will be. I think that Lower Moreland, they're gonna play any of these teams, but they're gonna dominate. Now, bring me to my next question for you. Which one of these teams do you think they'll play against?
Ooh, who do I think's making it? Well, Baldwin has the spot in the quarterfinals, and we're just waiting on the result of Susquehanna Township, Greater Altoona. Now, Greater Altoona, one of the tech teams, Were they the champions of?
I believe they were the champions of Tech. Yes.
So champions of Tech, and we know the Tech teams are really, really good. So it's gonna depend on just how good Tech is compared to PIEA when we see the number 4 seed of PIEA go against the Tech champions. And I honestly have no idea how that's gonna go. So I'm guessing it's gonna be. Okay, here's my take. I think it's gonna be the winner of Susquehanna Township, Greater Altoona, who will play against Lower Moreland in the semis. I think Baldwin is bowing out in the quarters.
Because we've already seen Baldwin play, and I'm just gonna say it. They don't look too good. But if Greater Altoona CTC was able to take down Windber, I'm just gonna say it. They are my prediction for that tournament. As we see in the LAN, I think they might be making it, but we don't need that. We are gonna see Lower Moreland play next week. They are moving on. CB South getting defeated, bringing them to their knees after a long, harsh season. Bringing 8th place to their school is definitely a very, very good thing to do, and you can't discredit them at all for that. Lyle, do you have any closing thoughts before we end this stream?
I was just very happy to see CB South really playing their hearts out. They played incredibly well. They had such bright moments, and just unfortunately, Lower Moreland, just such a good team. They were able to find the victory there. Really not much more CB South could have done. Lower Moreland just so good, and I'm really excited to see how Lower Moreland does in the semifinals.
Of course. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been our pleasure casting for you as always. And join us again next week, for we will have even more matches. And even on the 13th, make sure to show up because we have a doozy for you. Big stream, big day, and we're gonna see Lower Moreland playing once more. Have a good night.